Let me know how you like it. Plug it in. They've got a Marshall over there, so plug it in and see what you like. Because I would love for you guys to play it. Yes? So basically the question was, you saw the documentary Hired Gun, thank you very much. And the question was, is it more important when playing with an artist like Alice Cooper to play for the song rather than just being an indulgent guitar player playing whatever you want? And my answer is yes, of course it is. That's why I'm doing a solo record, so I can play whatever I want. My solo album, Control Chaos, is coming out this September, and that is just me being me. That's just me playing whatever I want. I think you have to do something like that. You know, I have a cover band, Starbreakers. I have my band, New Star Wars. I play with Alice. I've spent a long time playing other people's music and playing songs the way other people think they should be played. So my album, Control Chaos, really gives me a chance to play the songs that I'm writing the way that I think they should be played. So if you guys haven't checked out the Kickstarter, the Kickstarter is done now, but there's a little video on there explaining a little bit more about the record, and it will be out in September of this year. Nice shirt. Go ahead. Say it again for the crowd. Oh, that's nice.
Why is it called a diva?
Thank you for asking. So, someone asked me on Facebook the other day, is it like diva, but with a J because of the gem? And I said, that is the most insane idea I've ever heard. So, jiva in Jainism essentially means your soul. It's the part of you that carries on after your body is gone. It's where your creativity comes from, it's where your life force comes from, and it's essentially the intangible part of yourself. And since this guitar is sort of my legacy, you know, I'm the first female signature artist Ibanez has ever had, and this is something that I hope, thank you. This is something that I hope to leave the music industry with long after my career is over. And I hope that the music that I make, and that hopefully a lot of you guys make with it, is also something that will continue on for a very long time. So that's the basic story. And also, my dad is the one that got me my first guitar, and my dad was in a band in the 70s called Jiva. So it's got a little double meaning there. It's special to me in a couple ways. Yes. Yes. You. Thank you for getting the mic very much.
So I was wondering, since you're an Iron Maiden fan, like a lot of us here, when you do the solos, do you want to add originality to it, or do you just want to keep the solo the way it is?
Great question. As I think you guys probably saw from seeing me do it, I do put my own spin on it. And it was really fun playing with Courtney and the Iron Maidens, because Courtney, if you guys have ever seen the band, I know they're playing near here tonight, Courtney is a mega purist. Like, she will play every subtlety. She plays an Adrian Smith, Jackson, well, not anymore, but she did for many years. Like, she will play every nuance of the song to the tightest that it possibly can be. And myself, I kind of prefer to put my own spin on it, because I think that's why people come to see the show. If they wanted to go see Iron Maiden songs played exactly like Iron Maiden plays them, they should go see Iron Maiden, right? But that being said, I will say that over the course of these years that I've been playing guitar, and I look back, I kind of wish that I would have learned a little more of the Dave licks, a little more true to how he did it, because it would have made me such a better guitar player. So I would say maybe a mix of both. I wouldn't recommend necessarily one over the other, but at least learn some of the good ones the way that they're meant to be played, because I do wish that I had done that more when I had the opportunity. Let's get somebody, okay, they're pointing. Oh yes, little Def Leppard shirt in the Monster armband.
Do you ever get nervous on stage?
Not really anymore. I used to. And thank you for asking. I used to get more nervous before I played on stage, but now I don't really do anything else except play guitar. So it would be, it would be kind of counterproductive to get nervous. I practice a lot. I try to make sure that there's nothing that can really go wrong in my own playing. I try to make sure there's not a lot of stuff that I'm iffy on or that I could make mistakes on. So that way when I get on stage, I don't have to be nervous because I practice so much. Tie-dye.
Have you ever encountered tendering the ball, people saying that chicks can't rock as hard as dudes, and how has that motivated you, and what kind of advice do you give to young female players growing up?
Great question, and you have a very loud voice. I'm impressed. You're a singer? That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, of course I have, definitely. But I'm gonna drop a little bit of maybe slightly unpopular knowledge here. And that is that if you walk into a situation and expect special treatment because of your gender, you will receive special treatment because of your gender. And it's usually not in a positive way. So, of course I've encountered times when people don't think I can play. I encounter it to this day. I encounter it all the time. But I have never in my life arrived at a gig and asked somebody to carry my amp for me. Or said, I can't, I'm a girl, I can't, I've never asked for special treatment. I've always walked in, known my stuff, been professional, known everybody's parts backwards and forwards, and been able to handle myself as a pro guitar player. So no one has ever really treated me that badly because I didn't expect any special treatment to begin with. I show up, I work really hard, and I try to be the best that I can be. And I think that's so important. My best advice for girls that want to start out in this business is be professional, be on time, conduct yourself with respect, and respect people around you. And that's the real key to success. Practice hard, don't coast by on being a girl because you think it'll be easier, and just work hard and the respect will come. Thank you. Behemoth. Yep, you're wearing a Behemoth shirt, right? Your band is getting ready to go on your first tour here in the Midwest, and you're wondering if I have any tour tips. What's the name of the band?
Grace Divide.
Grace Divide? I'm gonna check it out. Grace Divide, you guys, going on their first tour. I have so many tips. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what the most important ones are. I think maintain your routine. Don't get lost in we're going on our first tour, so it's time to rage. Have fun, of course. I'm not saying don't drink, don't have fun, don't make a good time out of it, but don't get so caught up in we're on tour now that you forget everything else that's going on. I'm on tour usually 9-10 months out of the year, but I go to the gym every day. I eat clean every day, and you're not just out there eating pizza and drinking beer because it's tour. And those are the kind of things that will burn you out on touring really, really quickly. So I guess if there's one thing that I could really say, I even get my meals delivered weekly when I'm on tour. I use a company called Trifecta Nutrition, and they send food out every Friday so I can eat healthy and not just eat the pizza and the wings that are there backstage. That's not to say I don't ever eat the pizza, but keeping a semblance of normalcy and a semblance of some routine and not getting too caught up in the rage tour thing will help your longevity in the long run. And bring lots of socks. Yes, plaid. That's you. What are the most important things for guitar players to focus on when you're trying to improve? Did I hear you right? Yes. I think the most important thing is to not forget to have fun, because it's really, really easy as a guitar player that wants to get better to get caught up in this misery of metronome and scales and modes, and you do have to do all that stuff. But also, whatever it is that you want to do as a guitar player, whether you want to be a shredder, whether you want to, sing and accompany yourself on guitar, whatever your goal is, work towards that goal. You know, work smarter, not harder. So if you want to be a singer-songwriter and you want to play chords, you know, you can focus in on those chords and focus on your on letting your hands and your mind work independently. You know, if you want to be super shredder, you know, watch Yngwie Malmsteen play loud and learn those scales and those patterns. And if you know, whatever it is, make it fun and have fun with it, because if you're not having fun with it, you're not going to practice. And I can attest to that from years of not practicing. All right, I'm going to take one more question, and then I'm going to play one more song, and then I'm going to introduce a couple of very special guests. Yes, you over there. That's you. Glasses. I can't see your shirt. Hogwarts shirt. Yes. What made you want to start playing guitar? How many guitar players? Put your hands up. Wow, that's a good ratio. Any guitar players in here that have not seen the movie Crossroads? That have not seen it? Okay, not too many. So you guys, I'm not usually one to give homework, but you guys have homework. And you guys have to go on iTunes or Amazon or however you like to get movies these days and get the movie Crossroads. Buy it, don't rent it, you're gonna wanna watch it more than once. And there is a scene at the end of Crossroads, which I won't spoil for everybody, but there's a scene at the end of Crossroads where so Crossroads is about a young guitar player who's making his way in the world and finding, you know, his path to becoming the guitar player he wants to be. And in that process, he goes to hell, like we all have a time or two in our own playing. And he has an amazing battle with another guitar player by the name of? Steve Vai. Very good. Those of you who said that, I'll pass your class. Golden star. So I saw the scene at the end of the movie Crossroads, and literally that was the moment that I had this aha. I remember exactly where I was. I was laying on the carpet in the living room of my parents' house. I had this little $99 Squire, which came with an amp and a songbook and some picks and some stuff, and I didn't really practice that much. And as soon as I saw Vai in Crossroads, I'm like, oh, that's what you can do with this instrument. This is what it's all about. So I literally spent the entirety of the rest of my life to this day trying to be as cool as Steve Vai was in Crossroads. So before we bring this to a close and bring on our special guests, I want to play one more song that is very special to me. I first started playing this song when I was in a little cover band when I was not even old enough to get into bars, and it was this 80s kind of Steel Panther-y type cover band, and we played at this bar about half an hour outside of Los Angeles. We played there every Saturday, and we got paid $500 to split between 5 people, and all you can drink all night, which at the time was great for me. I don't drink anymore, so wouldn't be as good of a deal now. But I remember playing this song and thinking what a cool song it was, and every time I play this song on stage now, it takes me right back to that time of being so young and so hungry and loving playing guitar so much that I didn't care if it was covers, rock, pop, death metal, whatever it was. I would literally step on stage with anybody that would let me play guitar for them, just for the chance to do this and get better at what I love. So if you guys have seen the movie if you guys have seen the movie Rockstar, you know that part where he says, if you work hard enough and you want it bad enough, dreams come true? It happened. It happened to me. It didn't happen to someone in a movie. It didn't happen to someone that's not going to be right over there at Ibanez that you can ask, is this really true, right after this at 4 o'clock. It happened to me. I played this song in a little cover band at little bars when I was 18 years old. And now I'm standing on stage with the man himself, playing it every single night. So if you work hard enough and you want it bad enough, dreams do come true. So thank you guys very much for coming to see me. you guys. So that's normally the end of my clinic, but I promised you a little something special, and I intend to deliver. So without further ado, let me bring out the most awesome drummer I know, Josh Vialta, Michael Rigo, bass player extraordinaire, and the one, the only, the legendary, Mr. Nick Bocom. And on vocals, Mike Stanley from right here, Sweetwater.
Let's hear it for Nita Strauss, come on! She plays great, she's inspirational, it's a shame she doesn't look very good, but hey, what are you gonna do? Joking aside, I'm sure many of you metal fans know this is not a happy day in the world because this morning many of us woke up and one of the best drummers to ever walk this planet and play metal passed away. His name was Vinnie Paul. Vinnie Paul Brothers. You know the name of the band he played in? What is it? What? Hell yeah, pun intended. In 1985, my stupid band, Grim Reaper, played a tour called Fear No Evil. We had an album out. We played a show in Texas, a local band opened for us. The guitar player kind of looked like me, but shorter and not as cool. He was much better looking, actually, if truth be told. And he could drink more than me, too, which is actually quite impressive. The drummer was his brother, so there was this Van Halen thing, and I watched them and they blew me away. The guitar player gave me a tape afterwards. It was called Projects in the Jungle. The band was called Pantera. Fast forward 5 years later, my manager and managing Pantera, and they got to be really good friends of mine. I had the privilege, the honor, the pleasure of working with Dimebag Darrell on all of his Guitar World stuff. It was an amazing gig. I got to sit with the guy. He showed me how to play his stuff on backstage in buses, in hotel rooms, at his house, and he paid me for it. It was the best gig ever. And I got to know his brother, and the bond between them, it was surreal. They played together marvelously. The magic was Van Halen is often the fact, people forget it, but it's about the link between Edward and Alex. The same thing, the same kinetic energy happened between Darrell and Vinnie. That's why Pantera was so magical. Dime got the attention, Philip got the attention, but the power groove came from Vinnie Paul. Those drum beats are unbelievable. If you play Pantera stuff and the drums are off, you're off and you shouldn't do it. And the sad thing is, my heart goes out to their father. To have both sons pass away, I can't imagine. He's a good friend of mine, wonderful human being. So spare some thoughts for that man tonight, because that's got to be very, very, very hard indeed. But the cool thing is, if there's any, looking at the glasses being half full, finally the brothers are reunited. The last words Vinnie, Paul, and Darrell said together before they went on that stage that fateful day was Van Halen, because that was their code for kicking ass. So our code for what we're about to do is going to be Van Halen, because we're going to do it for those two guys up there. And they're watching you guys right now. Make no mistake about it, they're watching you. They're in God's tavern, they've got the black tooth poured, and they're watching you. So if you recognize this song, I have two favors. Number one, if you recognize the chorus, please join in and make it loud enough that not only people in Detroit and in Chicago can hear it, but Darrell and Vinnie can hear it in heaven. You with me on that? Yeah. Also, I have one other God a huge favor. Please, out of respect and reverence, get off your asses and stand up for this last song. Thank you, come on, up! I think you might recognize this. You ready? I said, are you ready?
We're